Hello, everybody. My name is Gillian, and I am an account executive for Tatcha on the East Coast. Today, we're going to talk to you a little bit about our wedding beauty enhancer kit. And I'm here with my counterpart, Yahara, over on the West Coast.
Hi, holding it down here on the West Coast. So we're so excited.
For sure. So we have a really gorgeous set to show you today. And it is our wedding enhancing beauty essentials. And it's everything that you will need to make your wedding day, your special events, maybe somebody else's wedding day, just to make that skin really gorgeous, ready, prepare you for some beautiful makeup as well.
Yes.
So let's get started a little bit. You're going to definitely see our kit up on your screen, and you're going to see a little bit about what's in it. But what would you want to start with? So I want to ask everybody first and foremost, what are some of your concerns when you have a special occasion? Maybe you're about to get married, or maybe you have gotten married. What maybe were some of your struggles that day? What worked really well for you? Or, what are you concerned about? And that's what we really want to help you with today. So,
well, Gillian, I can tell you, I just came up on my 5-year wedding anniversary. And I think one of the things for me, I'm sure a lot of you out there will agree, it was hydration. And I wanted my skin to just look flawless. That's what I wanted. That's what I was so concerned about. I wanted my makeup to look flawless, my skin to look flawless. I traditionally wear a lot of makeup. So that day, you always want to enhance what you normally do. So if you wear a little bit of makeup, just enhance it and refine it. For me, I like a full beat sometimes. So that day I was I need it to look flawless.
And we have both worked in the makeup industry for a long time. So prior to coming into skincare, which we love so much, we were
in color, in makeup.
Color. So we did makeup. I did wedding makeup for a really, really long time. Because of COVID, I gave it up as a little side hustle. But one thing that I always love to preach is that your skin is so important. People love to cover things and love to create this illusion with their makeup. But if you start with skin first, it's just going to reassure that your makeup is going to wear so much better. I always say your makeup's only as good as your skin.
Right. Tagline.
So what did you do to prepare for your wedding? Or did you think your skincare at the time was A1?
Well, I wish back then I had Tatcha in my life, because I would have not even worried or anything. But a couple of things. For sure, drink a lot of water, first and foremost. And then next best thing is really hydrate. So we have some awesome moisturizers depending on your skin type. Our first one being our water cream. This is going to be more of a gel-like consistency, really lightweight. Both of our moisturizers, all of our moisturizers pair really beautifully with makeup. But I definitely would have gone more for the Dewy Skin cream. It's just richer. It's a little bit more bouncier. It's like heaven in a cream. I'll show you guys the consistency a little bit here if you can see it there. It also leaves this beautiful dewy finish behind, this radiant glow. You can
on days that I normally use a Dewy Skin cream more so during the winter time because I'm dry. But I do call it my special occasion moisturizer as well, because I think it leaves such a beautiful glow on the skin.
Yes, it's just that radiant glow from within. Especially you want to be glowing on your wedding day or any special occasion, right?
Yeah. So even when I was talking to you in the past, you had mentioned that I think it's really important for everybody to know that before your wedding day, you should be prepping your skin into a skincare ritual for about 6 months prior to your wedding day.
Yeah. And try and be really consistent with it is what I would always tell my brides, even my friends that have gotten married, this past year or going to get married. My sister-in-law, I was hey, this is what you're going to use. And I want you to be really consistent with it, just so your skin gets used to it.
Yeah.
Great tip.
I think that, moisturization is a big one. Sometimes I'm if you can't do everything, let's get this way. Let's get this done. But I think that there are other essentials that we sometimes forget about.
Yeah.
So before we get completely started on what's in this kit, let's talk about that. We do have a promo code going on right now, and that is the Silk Skin 21. So when you do end up going into the Tatcha website, if anything seems to intrigue you, if you want to see some things, we do have that little promo code going on. So check it out.
Promo code, and you will get our travel size, because hopefully we're all starting to travel again, or just for you to try out our travel size deep cleanse, which is this size. It's amazing, one of my favorite cleansers. But
for a day of wearing a ton of makeup, you're gonna want it.
I know. So let's dive a little bit more into what is in the set, Gillian. So I know this is one of your favorite products here. If you want to talk about like that kind of base and that almost like that protective barrier, if you will, between your skin and makeup.
Oh yes, for a protective barrier, priming is absolutely everything. So did I see you had it in your hand too?
Yes, have it right here.
Same.
How many of you have used this? Throw it up in the chat.
If you haven't used this one, let us know, even if you've used its original counterpart or its sister part, the original silk canvas. That one's also gorgeous too. So I'll give you a nice little look at how nicely that spreads and how even that is.
Let me show you this one here. This one you kind of need to scrape a little just so you see both of them. This one is more of that balm consistency, like Gillian was saying.
But this one comes really nicely because this one does come in the wedding kit. What I love about this, and I used to work for a makeup company that was considered the, and when I say this is in total respect, it made me obsessed with primer, that was considered like the primer brand. So I love primers. But what I love about our primers is that priming is so much more than just smoothing out the pores and holding on the makeup. But when you are wearing all this makeup, there is a certain integrity that you have to keep in the skin. And because silk has such similar amino acids to the skin, for any of you really savvy skincare girls out there, or gentlemen, I love that it keeps the integrity of the skin by keeping it nourished. This one's oil-free, so it's very, very comfortable. And you can use it on the eyes and the lips. But I think it's just keeping the integrity in the skin. And that's what you want. You want the integrity of your skin throughout every minute of the day. Yeah. So it's like skincare with makeup.
Completely agree. So yeah, that's one of the products that is in that kit. Little lifesaver there. Love that one. Let's see, what else do we have in the kit?
I think if you want to talk about what you can do before the wedding day even, or just like early in the morning before, you're not even doing your makeup quite yet, I think masking.
Masking, yes. Yeah. You can do even like, a couple weeks prior. You can mask once a week, the night before, the morning of. Do you have any tips for masking, depending on what mask you use?
My favorite tip for masking, now this is not included in the set. However, we have just recently reformulated and repackaged our essence. This is absolutely a Tatcha favorite of mine. It has this beautiful spout that resembles bamboo. It pours the perfect amount. And when you press it into the skin, it just absorbs super quickly. But this is going to drive down every good ingredient that you put on your skin and make it work more effectively. It's going to help with resurfacing and retexturizing over time. So just using this in general day and night before your skincare routine is amazing, but use it for masking. This is the ultimate glow up for masking, no matter what mask you're using.
No, totally agree. And let's talk about the mask that is included in the kit. So this one is our Luminous Deep Hydrating Lifting Mask. Can I just tell you about this? Have you ever used this one, Gillian?
You know what? No, but I want to. I've always been a Luminous Dewy Sheet Mask. And
so this is kind of like a throwback, and I'm glad we're bringing it back in this set. This is one of the most luxurious mask I've ever used in my whole entire life. The actual mask is made up of young coconut fibers, so it sits so beautifully on the skin. And of course, because it's in that luminous family, it just gives you that hydration and that glow. And it literally lifts just everything up, plumps the skin up. It makes it look like you've been drinking water for, all eternity and just super taking care of yourself. So I always recommend this to my brides. Anytime I have a bride, a friend that's going to get married or a family member, I'm like, you need this in your life. Please use this.
What I tell everybody too, I tell them to wear this mask as long as humanly possible. Mm-hmm. Our masks, and I don't know if you can read that package for me. I'm pretty sure it's 20 milliliters of that serum in it, right? Mm-hmm. That is actually half the size of our Dewy Skin Mist. So you're getting this much amount of great serum to penetrate the skin. Leave the mask on as long as humanly possible until it feels dried out. It's really cool.
And then you know what I do with the excess? I tell my brides, and I do this for myself with any of my sheet masks, especially our Tatcha ones. I take the excess serum, I bring it all the way down into my décolleté. Like, it's super important to take care of this area too, especially on your wedding day. If you're going to have that beautiful strapless dress, I'm sure it's going to have all this beading and all of these, beautiful, you're going to wear that beautiful necklace. So you want to drive some attention here, making sure you're hydrating the décolleté and even your hands, because you're going to take those beautiful pictures with your bouquet, your ring, all of the things. So take that excess serum that's in the packaging and use it all up. Like you said, leave it on as much as you can and then use the excess serum.
That's a great tip. I neglect everything else but my face. And it's so important to look like glowing and like show off that collarbone. I need to do that. Good.
Everything. I take the essence, my moisturizer, everything goes all the way down in here.
Masking is super important. And speaking of masking, I don't know if any of you have used our Kiss You lip mask. This is a really, really great product. And, this you can, again, use honestly nightly. I always say what's incredible about this product particularly is that I have it on my lips right now, but it has no petroleum or wax.
Yes, that's my favorite part.
And I think that that's something that a lot of people don't pay attention to when they're reading ingredients, but petroleum and wax really prevent the product from penetrating the lips. If your lip mask is wearing for hours and hours, that means that it's not getting the necessary hydration that it needs. If you're reapplying your lip mask like every 30 minutes, every hour, that means that it's getting the ingredients it needs. And in a day or two, you're going to feel like you almost don't even need a lip mask anymore. Mm-hmm. So definitely feel free, like while you're getting ready, the night before, the morning of, mask those lips, get them nice, soft, hydrated, repaired. It uses real peach jelly. It's absolutely squalene. It's great. It's really awesome.
You can use it even on top of your lipstick when you, like I just did on top of my lipstick, and it'll like just penetrate that color, hydrate the lip. It's not sticky. You can use it throughout the day for touch-up. So it's just beautiful, and you do get it in that kit. So.
And even so, my boyfriend uses it all the time. So give it to your husband. Big wedding, big gift.
We got to take care of the guys too, right? On the wedding day or your significant other.
Yeah.
Everybody gets taken care of. So then speaking of touch-ups throughout the day, one of my favorite tips too. So definitely setting your makeup with our Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This is the OG, probably like the most iconic of our Tatcha lineup. But just as Gillian's doing there, a couple mists to set your makeup and then to like kind of reset it after like pictures, after the ceremony, just throughout the wedding, throughout your special event. In the kit, you do get that travel size, so it's perfect to pop in your purse, into your clutch, and then just kind of mist and hydrate and just it smells so beautiful. I love it.
I'm actually really impressed with my face on the screen because I saw a really big difference right away.
Right?
I love this. And even so, if you have maybe a bridesmaid that's not wearing a ton of makeup, or even if you're not necessarily thrilled with wearing heavier makeup, it would actually be really nice. Sometimes I just take like 2 fingertips and spritz a little bit, and you can press it right here for a really nice highlighted glow.
And again, on like that décolleté too, just a couple of mists there, and it'll just highlight like the.
You're right. I always forget. Like
right in here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hydrate.
Hydrate. There's never enough. And even So you can use this as like almost like a serum type of hydration too, if you want to, before your moisturizer.
Mm-hmm.
Really flexible. But aside from like, I feel like this was a lot of prepping and a lot of like, how to get you ready. We also have two really great products that will just last you throughout the day. Definitely very makeup friendly. If you feel like throughout the day, maybe you're a little bit more on the oilier side, I would highly recommend using our blotting sheets. They're amazing. They're up with the leaf. They have gold flecks in them to help with radiance. This product is really, really awesome for any client that feels like they may need a little bit more oil absorption. And if you feel like you need to powder a little bit, maybe you feel like you're seeing a little bit of pores from sweat, this is a really, really great item to use to just refresh the skin without pulling off any makeup.
Yeah, it doesn't pull off any of my foundation or anything. It's paper. It's made from abaca leaf, so it's like really thick. So you can actually use both sides of the paper, and it'll lift all of that up without lifting any of my makeup.
And no like essential oils that your skin needs to keep hydrated and glowy.
Yep. And again, it's small enough you can pop in your purse or your clutch, or hand it to your significant other to put in their pocket, because that's what I do. I make my husband carry all my stuff.
Yeah. And I would love to hear what you guys think of anything, like what do you feel like when you're out for a long day? What do you use to refresh your skin, whether it be a spray or a powder or blotting sheets? We do have a really beautiful finishing powder. I don't know if anybody's gotten their hand on our silk powder quite yet, but I highly recommend if you're ever going to retouch with a powder. I know that we're always talking about powders being oil absorbers, which yes, they are, but essentially putting a powder directly on oil, I don't find to be very effective, because then it's taking all of its energy to absorb oil and not enough to set the skin again. So I highly recommend that if you're going to powder throughout the day, use those blotting sheets first, and then go in and reset and repowder.
That's a great tip. Love that.
So have any of you guys gotten your hands on these products yet? I don't know if you notice a little bit of a trend we have. There is silk in so many of our products. And that silk is just so good because it so closely mimics the skin. And I think that really makes the difference in using makeup types of products.
Yeah.
And so let's show them how we use it a little bit. Do you have any like fun facts about this product aside from just setting the makeup and helping pores?
So not so much as a fun fact, but maybe like a pro tip.
Yeah.
I actually like to set my skincare with this product first. So I take the brush, and as I finish my skincare right before I do the liquid silk canvas, that's the one I prefer to use. I'll take this and kind of set my skincare all over just like that, because it sets like that really beautiful like canvas between your skincare, and then you go in with your makeup. So I kind of like sandwich it in. I'm particularly like dry combo. I do get a little bit of oil in here, so I do like to set it first before doing my makeup. And I do find that my foundations, all of my makeup, even my eye makeup, lasts a lot longer because I do that. So
yeah, that is a really fun tip. I remember like a long time ago, I don't know if anybody is like really big into makeup artistry. They used to, I used to work with Smashbox a long time ago, and they used to like bronze sometimes before they put on liquid makeup. And I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, like, and I think when you do stuff like that, you end up using minimal foundation and concealer, because you kind of like hide some things, you kind of fill in some of the pores and everything with the silk powder. So then you kind of use less product in the end.
And I don't know if any of you are going to get married or have any weddings to attend, but I definitely feel like this is a really great powder for that reason. If you're going to be outdoors, this is filled with tons of great ingredients that are going to help protect against pollution. Even so, like all the phones in your face, showing you photos, whatever it may be.
The flash and all that.
The flash, it actually has blue light protection in it as well. So it's just a very protective powder.
And there's no flashback. So
flashback.
Talc in them, so they'll have that flashback. This is talc free, so you don't have to worry about that.
And you only need a very little bit. You want to take a nice light fluffy brush and just buff it in.
Mm-hmm. I like to kind of like roll it in areas where I have a little bit more texture maybe, and then I like roll it under the eye, just like that. Just like that. And then I can kind of buff it out.
Yeah, and I like to, like, from a perspective of I sprayed a lot of the Dewy Skin Mist on, you can see that, like, it's still glowy, but it kind of calmed it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Excess, and I think that that's good.
Yeah, just I love it. It's almost like that Instagram filter in real life. Like it just gives you like that beautiful like reset.
Yeah, it is really, really gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, so that is all of the products that we have in this beautiful little wedding box. I think that it's
in there. So remember, we do have that code. It is SilkSkin21. So when you go to Tatcha.com, go ahead and pop that in for your travel size deep cleanser. And you know, I can't believe our time is winding down here. It was so fun to see you, at least virtually, Gillian.
I know it's been a long time. Everything's virtual now. It's kind of fun. I was waiting for one of my cats or my boyfriend to just like run through the screen.
I know,
it can happen at any moment. I hope you are all staying very safe and healthy. I hope you're enjoying your summer. And I hope that if you have any weddings coming up, you're going to think of our beautiful Tatcha Wedding Day Beauty Essentials.
Yeah, I hope our tips helped. And congratulations to those getting married, and have fun to those that will be attending any special occasions. So, and that's pretty much it for us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Yahara.